Hi, I'm in the tomato house here at Tatton Park, and mid-spring, a bit late for sowing onions really, isn't it? I mean, they're a long day crop. They enjoy those hours of sunshine building up to midsummer, ripening off kind of after midsummer time. You know, not everyone's a professional gardener. They don't have the time to get all the onion beds prepped in January, February. You know, you've got busy lives. But, you know, what I want to talk about is kind of just doing those catch-up crops. Maybe your crops aren't going to be kind of enormous show-stopping crops, but you're going to get something in. And it's a matter of just these kind of catch-up times now. When you've got a bit of bare space in the garden, you may fancy a few onions to see through winter. I'm going to show you just about some quick tips on getting a quick crop of onions out. As I say, they're not going to be massive, but they'll be good and tasty. I mean, we were going for some of Mr. Fothergill's seed here. Good, reliable, old varieties here of the modified Red Brunswick, which is the Red Baron that Mr. Fothergill's are providing here. And we've also got some of the kind of show-stopping onions here, the Kelsey. It's kind of exhibition onion, enormous thing. Great onions for eating as well. You know, not brilliant storers, but these are really tasty kind of late summer, autumn cropping onions that you can get sown now, you know. We here at Tatton Park, if you're going to kind of sow onions, get a quick sowing now. If you've got access to glass, get them out in a tray. Sow them in a tray first. They're reliable. You know they've germinated. You know what you're doing good. They're ready for pricking out direct into the ground. Very, very good for that. You can also, if you've not got the time and you maybe need to move out of the glass space out to harden off stuff, you can prick out into modules as well. Get them going, you know, get them out into the sunniest bit of your garden, keeping them well watered. Another tip as well is getting them going after you've pricked out into modules from this kind of seedling stage here. Prick them out into modules, start dribbling out a bit of liquid feed onto them, just start bulking them up, getting them ready to go into your prepared ground. They love firm ground. They hate kind of sat in the ground wobbling around in the wind. Because what happens is they develop big fat necks. You know, you want all the goodness to get into the bulb. A couple of weeks ago, we sowed some Red Baron, some Fothergill's Red Baron here in the seed tray. You can see it's just come up like cress this time of year. You know, they're growing like weeds. And if I can just show you here as I lift some of these seedlings out of this pot here that was sown only a couple of weeks ago, and if I just move this little fella out here, there we go. There's a lovely little onion there, just developing. You'll see the old seed there developing on the top of the first true leaves there. You'll see this nice root system, almost as long as the leaves there as well. Going out looking for food. You can just see the bulb developing there. Now, if you are pricking out into a module or going direct into the ground, always ensure that the surface of the soil meets where the bulb is about to develop. You'll see that young bulb just developing, that white bulbous area just where the seeds are developing there. And as you push that into the ground, as you push your dibber in, drop him in, dribble water in, let the water take the soil with it, almost like you would do with preparing leek ground as well. Planting leeks is a very similar way of doing it. Dribble water down the dibbed hole to let the finer soil just wash itself around the roots. And then very gently just push the soil around to the roots and just gently press it in onto firm ground, prepared firm ground. Another thing to do as well, you can smell this stuff coming off the onion smells very strong here. You just very, very delicately hold the leaves. Most important, delicately hold the leaves. Because if you crush them, they're very liable to break and to snap. Just be very, very gentle with these things. I'm going to show you now some we've already put into modules, moved on during March, and I want to show you how we've put them out into prepared ground into the vegetable garden. So come on, let's have a look. I've already shown you in the greenhouse how we can kind of accelerate that sowing, accelerate the germination rather, to get stuff out quickly. Here's the end result, really. This is well-spaced onions in rows, Red Baron here in rows in the garden, onto nice, firm, prepared ground in the winter time. Still, it's not too late to do that at home. You can still do it as those onions are germinating. And this is what they look like. You know, the long day plants, they love being outdoors really. They love the cooler temperatures, to be honest. And on well prepared, well fed ground, you can expect this kind of growth within 3-4 weeks from the seedling stage. So get them out, get them up, get them out as quick as you can.